Hello students, I am Shahnaz Ansari, your social science teacher. Today I am going to teach you second chapter of history from trade to territory. The company establishes power, and in this chapter we are going to learn about British East India Company comes east. East India Company begins trade in Bengal. How trade led to battles. The Battle of Plassey. Company official become Nababs. Company rule expands. In this slide, you can see the picture of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was the last of the powerful Mughal rulers. He established control over a large part of the territory that is now known as India. After his death in 1707, many Mughal governors, Subadar and big zamindar began asserting their authority and establishing regional kingdoms. The British power began to emerge in India from the second half of the 18th century. The British originally came to India as a small trading company and were reluctant to acquire territories. In next slide, we can see our topic East India Company comes east. Students, in 1600, the East India Company acquired a charter from the ruler of England, Queen Elizabeth I. According to this charter, the East India Company got the sole right to trade with the East. With this charter, the company could venture across the oceans and look for a new country from where they could buy goods at a cheap price and sell it at higher prices. At that time, the company did not have any competition from other English companies. Mercantile trading companies made profit primarily by excluding competition so that they could buy cheap and sell it at higher price. They also took the advantage of the decline of the Mughal Empire, established settlement in India. In 1617, Sir Thomas Roy approached the Mughal Emperor Jahangir and sought this permission to build a factory in Surat. However, just to add, the Portuguese were the first one to trade in India and they were followed by the Dutch when they tried to enter the Indian market in the middle of the 16th century. The British and the French came much later. As we know that the Portuguese established their presence in the western coast of India and got their base in Goa. Vasco da Gama discovered the sea route to India in 1498. The Portuguese, the Dutch, and the French traders came to India. The fine qualities of cotton, silk, and the different spices like cloves, peppers, cardamoms, cinnamon of India had a big market in Europe. All companies were interested to buy these products. The urge to secure markets led to furious battles among the rivals companies. The East India Company found it difficult to separate trade from politics. Now our next topic is East India Company begins trade in Bengal. The first East India English factory was set up on the bank of the river Hooghly in 1651. Soon the trade expanded. The company persuaded merchants and traders to come and settle near the factory. By 1696, the company built a fort around the settlement. 2 years later, it also bribed Mughal officials into giving the company zamindari rights over 3 villages. One of these villages was Kolkata. which later grew into the city of Calcutta, now Kolkata. The East India Company persuaded Aurangzeb to issue a farman granting the company right to trade duty free. The officials of the company who were carrying on private trade were expected to pay the taxes, but they refused to pay, which angered the Nawab of Bengal, Murshid Quli Khan. So next we will see how trade led to battles. After the death of Aurangzeb, the Bengal Nawab Murshid Quli Khan was followed by Alwardi Khan and then Siraj-ud-Dawla as the Nawab of Bengal refused to grant concession to the company. On the other hand, the company declared that the unjust demands of the local officials were ruining their trade and they demanded duty-free trade. This conflict between the company and the Nawab of Bengal finally culminated in the famous Battle of Plassey.